Okay. Okay. Hi guys. So wait, I'm gonna check if this is okay first. Mr. Hughes is good. Okay, awesome. Let me share my screen real quickly. Okay, so hi everybody. My name is Chloe. I'm one of the people that usually go to the services, but however, today I got sick. I have a fever right now, so I am unable to be with you guys, but we have Zoom. So praise the Lord that I can still present to you today. So today I will be talking about my experience during my missions trip to Mexico. I just got back last Thursday. And I'm just gonna go over like how it went, what we did, and give you just some like advice or tips when you guys go on your trip at the end of July. So at my school, we have a missions program. Sorry, I go to Valley Christian. We have a missions program called Impact. Um, sorry. And then because of COVID, we haven't really been going international missions trips. Instead, we have been doing like missions trip in the States. So like during February, we went to Appalachia. Last November, we went to Kentucky. And right now, they're actually in Alaska right now. So like my trip was the first international trip since COVID happened. So like it was a little crazy, but we got through it. Okay, so I just want to start off with this verse that kind of like I don't know the word, but like hit hard for me. Like during this trip, I feel like this verse is what like highlighted my trip in a way. So it's 1 Thessalonians 1-3. We remember before our God and Father your work produced by faith, your labor prompted by love, and your endurance inspired by hope in our Lord Jesus Christ. So throughout my presentation, I'll go over how like this verse relates to our missions trip. Um, I first wanted to start with the verse that says your labor prompted by love. So when we went to Mexico, we did these are the following things we did. We built a house for a family in need. We went to the migrant camp to like give donations, play with the kids, and help them like get food for them. And we also did this thing called Vision is Our Mission. Vision is Our Mission is a club at our school that like makes glasses, and we go to like on mission trips. We'll bring like a suitcase full of glasses and a testing kit, and then when we go there, we'll have like the people that need glasses to like form a line, and then we test their eyesight, and then we give them glasses. And that's one of the things I had to do there. Okay, so we built a house, right? This is the part where we labored for with love. So okay, this is the family we built the house for. It's the Diaz family. The first person is Juana. She's the mother. She's 25. I believe the document wasn't updated, so she actually should be older. I believe she should be 27. Her oldest son is Jordi, who is 15. Another son she has is Johansi, who is 5, and her youngest is Kimberly, which is 2. So Juana is actually a single mother of 3 kids, and she lives in a very like poor living condition. She lives in the middle of the desert, and it's like just very unfortunate. And she like really needed. Oh, sorry. I'll speak slower. But yeah, so I'm just gonna go over like the story behind this family and why it means so much. So the Diaz family, like I said, that Juana is a single mother of 3. Um, Along a few years ago, their family moved up to Tijuana because Jordi, the oldest kid, was trying to find school. However, when they got up here, the school didn't accept him for some reason, and he couldn't find schooling. And they also like sacrificed so much to get up there, so they couldn't find a house. So instead, they had to use scrap woods to like build a house in the middle of a desert, and it's just the living conditions are just very poor. So like, and then however, the dad was able to find a job in. Sorry, the dad was able to find a job in America. So he went over to America, and every month he would send money back to the family. Except one day, I guess the dad just decided that it would be too much work, and he found another woman, and then he stopped sending money into the family and ran away with another woman. So that left Juana stuck with 3 kids and with no income. and she just relies on like the donations from Baha Bound, the nonprofit we worked with. And then she's been waiting for us to build a house for her for 2 years now. So this really means a lot to her. On the right, you can see photos of us building a house. Sorry, I don't have the photo of a finished house because they're on my camera, but these are the ones on my phone. So as you can see, we're building a house. I know it doesn't look big, but like this house is like so much bigger and so much like cleaner than her old one. The living conditions were so bad that they didn't have clean water. And so a 2-year-old was literally drinking soda because there is no clean water. And like she also almost drank paint water because she needed water that badly. So it was just like it means a lot to like come out here and help them. And I don't have a photo of it, but when we gave them a house, they started crying because they were so happy and they felt they were so blessed to like have us come in. And then another thing about this family that stood out to me was little boy and the 15-year-old boy. So you know how this family doesn't have a lot, right? But like throughout the whole 3 days we were there, they showed such great hospitality. They showed so much love and so much kindness. So like the Yordi, the 15-year-old boy, he actually helped build the house because like he felt bad for like just standing around. So he actually helped build the house with us. And he was gifted at it. So actually the nonprofit we worked with, Baha Bound, they're actually going to offer him a job in the future. So maybe he can build houses for other families in need. And another thing Baha Bound is going to do for Yordi is actually fund his education. So that's something that's super nice. And the little boy, the 5-year-old Johansi, he just showed so much love. He like he would see how tired we were, so he would offer his little kindergarten chair for us to sit. It's so simple. It's just like a little chair that doesn't even fit us, but he literally went out of his way to like give us what he had. He also gave us like a little soda, and I know it doesn't seem much, but like considering how they don't have much, and they gave us like what they had, and like he helped us build a house because little sister, she's like a newborn, right? So she like needs to be entertained, and she would always like she would always go onto the construction site, which is dangerous. So like Johansi, the 5-year-old, would like go out of his way to make sure the sister doesn't bother us. And it's just all these little things that just go a long way for us. And that just reminded me of the verse Mark 12:41-44. It's the passage where Jesus goes into the temple and he sees like all these rich people giving like 10% of their money as like an offering, but there's a widow that gave one penny, but Jesus said that this like woman gave the most. Oh, sorry, Pastor. So I tend to rant a lot, so I end up talking really fast. I'm sorry. Should I repeat that a bit slower? Pastor Daniel, should I say that again? Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay. But Jesus told the disciples that the widow was the person that gave the most, not because of the quantity, but it was the quality because she gave everything she had, which just reminded me of this family. Even though they didn't have much, they gave what they had, and it showed you can just see God's love within the small actions they do. So I'm just gonna talk about my experience with the missions trip in general. So overall, it was really rough, but it was really worth it. This whole trip was hard to pull off because this was our first trip internationally after the pandemic. And not only that, we actually brought 45 students, and it was just really chaotic. And so we built 2 houses. We did Vision Ours Our Mission. We gave glasses to 200 people, and we donated like a van worth of food to a migrant camp, and all in like 3 days. So it was really chaotic, and a lot of things went wrong. But like it was just, I guess it's just a miracle from God at this point, because like the fact that he literally brought all 45 of us across the border, and like also when we got there, someone cut the gas line in our van, and like it was a miracle because we only had to wait 1 hour, and it was perfectly timed. Another van just got returned, so we were able to get 4 vans. And then when we got there, my van, the brakes started breaking. So, and we were on a cliff, but like I guess with the grace of God, we were able to drive past that even with a broken brake, and we did not die. And then 2 students, including me, we got food poisoning, and there's a COVID scare because we threw up and like we got really sick during the trip. But with the grace of God, I guess I recovered in 1 day. The other student recovered a little longer, but it still happened. And also our passports got stolen. All 45 students, their passports got stolen. And like, but however, with like just a lot of breathing and calmness, we were all able to cross the border. Even the 4 international students that like don't have American citizenships, we were all able to cross the border and make our flight. And even better news was the person that stole our passports actually returned them a few days ago. So like we will all be getting our passports back. So like as you can see, this trip was really chaotic, and like but like each time there was like a hurdle or like something that blocked us. It was all resolved at the end, and like our whole team just really thinks it's just a miracle from God, and he actually watched over us, and like all we had to do is like keep our faith, which is kind of similar to the verse, because in the beginning it was like to work through faith. So that's how I sorry, I don't know the word, reflect on it maybe. Okay, so here are the things I learned from my trip. The first thing, I feel like all of you guys will experience this too, is to be grateful for what you have. Like we're so blessed and lucky to have all these luxury things in our life, like a car, a roof over our heads. We always like have food like available to us. We have all these extra things. We have schooling, but like when you go over there, you realize like not everyone has these things. Like for example, what's his name, Jordy, the 15-year-old. He's literally the same age as most of the people that went on the trip, but like he didn't have schooling. He didn't have a home. He didn't even have water to access. So like it's really easy for us in like the Bay Area to like belittle what we have and to overlook it. So like out of this trip, I just realized like it's like how blessed I am. Even like the small things, because like in Mexico they have toilets, right? But you can't flush the toilet paper because it'll clog. And like the moment I came back to America, I was just so happy I can throw toilet paper in the toilet without clogging it. And like I was also so grateful for just clean water, because like in Mexico, if you drink tap water, you're gonna get diarrhea, and it's just not good. Another thing I witnessed was how God is everywhere. He was even in the lowest of lows and like the worst conditions. Like even in that family, you can see God within like the people and like the hope they had. And like for example, when I was talking about how like our trip was like really chaotic, but God was always with us. He was always there for us. So he's just everywhere. And the last thing is to have faith in God, because back to the story of everything just going wrong, but at the end everything worked out, and you just have to have faith that God will take care of it. Same story with the families. I mean, they suffered for like a long time, but at the end, God came in and helped the families. Sorry guys, I'm like dying. Ah, my presentation's not working. Okay, so I kind of covered all like the missionary things. I thought I'd just share a few like rule or tips when you guys go over there. So I have 3 rules. Do not drink the tap water. So when like you brush your teeth, I would recommend using bottled water, because like even a little water gets down your system. It's not pretty. Another one is do not throw the toilet paper in the toilet. Even if you're like in the fancier places in Mexico, the toilet will still clog. And I spelled that wrong, but it says do not pet the dogs. Where you go, you guys might see a lot of dogs, because all the families have a lot of dogs. And I know they look super cute, but they all have fleas and ticks, so do not touch them. Same story with the children, actually, especially at the migrant camps. The children had lice. So if for girls or for people with long hair, tie it up and just, be cautious, because it's really easy to get like lice and ticks over there. And some things you need at all times. Okay, keep your passport with you at all times. Your passports are very valuable there. And I would bring a portable charger with you guys, because there's literally no outlets there. Bring cash at all times. Drink water. It's really hot there, especially like have a water bottle ready, because you always need clean water. Wear a hat. I got sunburned on the first day. Wear sunscreen. Bring extra clothes, because it's really dusty there and you might need a change. And medication, and because like I got food poisoning there, because like your body's not used to eat like the ingredients they use there. So like just have medicine ready. And yeah, I would just say that. Also, like a lot of the foods there aren't as processed as much. So especially chicken. So like if you eat chicken and you eat too much, uh your body's not used to like that much nutrients in like that sitting. So your stomach will not react well to that. And yeah, that's what I had to say. I just want to leave you guys off with the verse 1 Corinthians 10:31. Whether therefore you eat or drink or whatever you do it all to the glory of God. So when you guys all go out to Mexico, just remember that like what you're doing this for. You're doing this to serve God and like spread his love, and just remember that. Yes, thank you. I can't hear you guys, so yeah, I'll just wait till Pastor you texts me. Sorry, I'm dying. Oh, okay. I will close off with a prayer for you guys. Okay. Heavenly Father, thank you so much for today, a beautiful Sunday. Thank you for the rain we had in the morning. Thank you for the wonderful technology that has allowed me to still present, even though I could not be physically there with them in person. I would like to lift up all the people that will be going to the missions trip in Mexico. I pray that you will keep them safe and you just open their hearts and minds to the people there. I pray that you'll bless the people that they are going to help, and like that they know that you are here for them and you didn't forget them and that you love them, Lord. I want to thank you for everything that we have and that other people may not be as fortunate to have, that we are all so grateful for everything you have gifted us. And I just pray that we all have a wonderful rest of the day and get ready for the new week. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. I'll stop sharing.